Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. My name is Dawn. If you have Sun, Moon, or Rising in Pisces, this message is for you. Now, keep in mind, this is a general message. It may not all resonate, but I believe that there are messages here that will ring true to your heart. So I hope you will listen to the end. And what I'm doing today, I'm doing my reading a little bit different. Normally I do a week in advance type of a thing that gives you kind of like what you're going to be facing for the week. I just recently did a 3-day spiritual retreat. And in that retreat and that whole experience, I did a ton of meditation. And what I was actually doing was I was activating my Kundalini by doing this process called the Christed oil, or the sacred oil activation. It is an amazing experience, I'll tell you that. This experience took 3 days to go through. And basically what it is you do this work when the moon is in your sun sign. So I'm a Taurus, and the moon was in Taurus on the 18th, 19th, and 20th of this month. And the moon goes into your sun sign every month. So you can do this process every month. I just found out about this Christ consciousness activation, where you actually integrate the Christ consciousness within you, within your heart, about a month ago in December. And I knew I wanted to do this work. So I did a fast, 3-day fast. All I did was drink water and did a ton of meditation. And I got this message that my readings will still be doing the day-to-day stuff, like our, the grind that we work through here in the 3D level. But also I need to start integrating more of a spiritual connection and helping everyone to kind of look at that space for themselves. So it may not resonate with everyone if you're not into, looking at your spirituality. This might not be your reading, but for those of you that are curious about it or are working your path, I hope you'll stay here and watch this message. So today's reading is actually about assessing your awareness, where you are on your path. And I was guided to have 4 main themes for this reading. The first is what you need to know, or what you know you need to work on. So what you know you need to work on. The second one is what you know you are good at. The third one is what are your blockages? What is your hurdles, challenges that you need to work through? And then the last one is a little bit more of a deep one. This one is called your subconscious mastery that you are able to do without thinking. So when I got this subconscious mastery thing, I was thinking to myself, what exactly does that mean? I had to kind of ask my higher self exactly what that was talking about. And really the subconscious mastery is your downloads. It's the information that comes from your soul. So your subconscious, this is when you're in your dream states, right? That's when this information is when we normally will activate those areas in our lives. So it's our subconscious, we subconsciously just automatically do these things. So these are the things that we can do without even thinking from our subconscious mastery level. Okay, so let's pull some cards and see what our Pisces need to know about this beautiful energy. So the first one is what you know you need to work on, and your card is 7 of Cups. Okay. And then what do our Pisces know they're good at? So what was interesting about this session that I did for myself, it completed on January the 20th. Well, January the 20th was the day that Pluto went into Aquarius. Now, if you are aware of that song from way back in the 70s or whenever they made that song, The Dawning of Aquarius, we are moving into Aquarius as a planet. As a planet, we are moving into the stage of Aquarius. So that was Pluto moving into Aquarius on the 20th. It will be in the area of Aquarius until I think September sometime. And then it's going to go retrograde. So it'll go back into Capricorn. And then I think it's like February of 2025, it will go back direct. And when it goes back direct, it goes into Aquarius. Now, Pluto is the sign of death and rebirth. So it is the planet of transformation. And because it's going to be in the sign of Aquarius, it's going to be in the sign of Aquarius for 21 years. So what does that mean? That means there's going to be a lot of transition, a lot of transformations for the whole planet collectively. And we are right there at that precipice. So 2024 is a very important year. And it's a really important year to buckle down and make a commitment to your purpose, whatever your path is. And what Spirit has told me is that I am going to be doing a lot more readings to help us along those lines. I'll still be doing the other readings that I was doing before. It's kind of like, day-to-day grind. But for me, this is where my passion and my love is, because I love this aspect of being a spiritual being in a human body. And this to me is an absolute gift to recognize that for myself and own it for myself and step into my sovereignty. Okay, so this is what you're good at. Nine of Wands. Now, what are our blockages, Pisces? Knight of Pentacles. Now, what is your subconscious mastery you are able to do without thinking? Four of Pentacles. Okay, so now let's look at these cards, and I'm going to pull clarifiers for you as well. At the end of this reading, I'm going to do a single card from the Indigo Goddess Midnight Oracle. And basically what that does is it kind of gives us a final message from Spirit, and it also concludes that reading for us today. Okay, so your card of what you need to work on is the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups, if you look at this card, there's all kinds of different things in those cups. Some are good, and some are not so good. And so what this card is kind of a card of being spoiled for choice. sevens typically are about working on our self-confidence. It's working on our knowledge base. So if we're looking at this from a spiritual perspective, this is something you need to work on. The thing is it's easy to get distracted. It's easily to be pulled off your path. It's easy to not know which direction to go. Why? Because there's so many choices for you to make, right? So we're going to pull some additional cards and see what else Spirit wants you to know about this card. Okay, Pisces. Spirit, can we have additional cards, please, for this Seven of Cups? The cups have to do with our emotions and the way that we feel about things. So this is really coming from your heart space. It's kind of like this confusion. This card is also a card of smoke and mirrors. Sometimes when I'm doing kind of a deeper dive on the darker things in life, some of the stuff that's happening on the planet right now, that's being revealed, and that card comes up, I feel as though it is a smoke and mirrors kind of a card, meaning they're telling you to look here when they're doing this, right? But in this situation, I feel that the confusion comes in from is that you do want to walk your path. You really do want to step into your spirituality, but you're not really sure what direction to go or what exactly to do. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know. What is this confusion? The first card is the Lovers. That's a great card. That's a major arcana. Second card is the Fool. Very good, Pisces. Now, what's beautiful about that is that those are two major arcana. When you are doing tarot, the major arcana, so the deck is actually created out of 78 cards. 22 of those cards are the major arcana. And when the major arcana come in, they're the heavy hitters of tarot. So basically what they're saying is this is coming towards you whether you like it or not, because this is what your agreement is, whether you realize it or not. On a higher level, on a spiritual level, these are the lessons that you wanted to learn when you came in as a spirit into a body, okay? And a lot of times it takes us about a year to work through those energies. And as this card right here, I'm not saying this can take you a year to go through this, but what I'm saying is these are things that you really need to pay attention to. So as I was saying, you are working on your mastery, you're working on your education, you're working on your spiritual path, right? And some people are going to be a little bit, and this also kind of represents that energy of, well, I really do want to do that, but I'm not really sure what direction to go. I feel like I don't know where to go or how to do this, right? And basically what this is saying is, so we've got the Lovers here. Now, typically the Lovers card is a card of love. So it could, represent your soulmate, and it could represent love in your life. It does represent partnership, all of those things. But if you look really close, do you see that angel up above? That angel up above in this situation is letting you know you need to communicate with your higher self. You need to marry. You need to integrate. You need to make connection with. You need to work with your higher self. That's how you clear this up. Go within, sit down. People tell me, oh gosh, meditation, it just takes so much energy and I don't know how to do it. And I find that as soon as I sit down and I feel guilty because I know there's a million other things I need to do. My answer to that is it takes practice, just like anything in life. In order for you to be good, you have to force yourself to do it. But you have to have You have to have the inner drive to want to do it, right? And this card right here, I hope you can feel this coming from me, because this is really saying that your higher self is calling you, wants to connect with you, wants to give you these downloads, wants to be your teacher, wants to help you on your path. Make that connection. Give your higher self the time it needs, whatever that means to you. Now, the thing is, it's like anything else. If you want to, we're at the beginning of the year, and a lot of people make all these, resolutions. I'm going to start going to the gym, and I'm going to work out, and I'm going to do this. It's kind of that same thing. Make a resolution with yourself that you are going to make this connection, because it's very, very important that you do so. Okay. And then when you do, and if you look at this card, I love the card because it's the Fool. And the Fool is open to everything. This guy wants an adventure. He's got the sun just beaming beautiful light all over him. He's ready to walk off this cliff, and he doesn't care because he feels like he'll be safe. Like, it may look like it's a 40-foot drop, but for him, it's just a step down, right? Be the Fool. Make the commitment. Connect with your higher self. Because when you do that and you do that work, you will be shocked and surprised. If you haven't already done this, you'll be shocked and surprised at how beautiful the connection is, because that's where you get all of your true knowledge. And it isn't like it's a difficult thing to do. It's just a committed practice, okay? So the next section we're going to work on is what you know you're good at. Now, this is the 9 of Wands. Yeah, 9 of Wands. There's 9 wands there. Now, the thing about the 9 of Wands is that 9s are typically about making progress, progression, moving forward. And the wands have to do with our inspiration, our creativity, our passions, our motivations, and our intuition. 9s are making progress in these areas. So I feel like that you are probably very good at that. The other thing about the 9, though, is that typically this is the card of the wounded warrior, meaning this person has gone through a lot, has just put out all this energy, keeps putting out all this energy, keeps putting out all this energy, and feeling beat up as a result. So when I see this card, especially when I'm looking at it from a spiritual perspective, this card is begging you to take the time to connect with your higher self, but also take better care of yourself. You need to do more self-care. You need to, whatever that means to you. For me, I love taking a hot bath, a hot detox bath. So I will put like magnesium flakes, because that's the fastest way to get magnesium in your system, is through your skin. I know we digest it, right, when we eat our food and whatever, but because of our depletion in our food supply, I like to use the magnesium flakes in my bath because it covers all my skin, and it's the fast absorbing way to get that into your body. But the other thing I put in there is borax, just a little bit of borax. And the reason why is because borax is a detox. It pulls the impurities out of your system through taking this bath. I also put in Epsom salts, and I will put in, I sometimes, but very rarely will I put bubbles, because I do like the bubble thing, but I'd rather detox than pamper. So that's my choice. But what I will do is I will put some essential oils in there. Essential oils are the oils from plants and flowers that are grown by none other than our beautiful Mother Gaia, our planet. So they have a specific resonance, a specific frequency. When you work with these essential oils, you are working with Mother Earth, okay? And I use that energy because I would like to infuse those beautiful energies within me, right? So it's kind of like my gift to myself. Okay, so let's So whatever that means to you, I mean, some people are happy with going to the gym. They feel that that is their thing, that really is their pamper. Or some people like to go get massage, or they like to, go to a spa and get a treatment. But I feel as though those things are more of a treat. Not that we don't need them. It's expensive to do it. Where a bath, you can do at home, right? So that has always been my resolve. It's like, okay, I just need to, get into a nice hot tub and soak and meditate. I do. I meditate in the bathtub. Now you know my secret. Okay, clarifiers. What you are good at. So it feels as though, because this is the wounded warrior, that you will take on the energy of others, and sometimes to your own detriment. So let's look and see what else we need to know. Eight of Wands, interesting. Oh, and the Death card. Okay, so this is what you are good at. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands, which is about progression, moving forward, taking action. This is a fiery energy. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is fast moving energy. So once you make a decision that you're going to do something, you act immediately. That's kind of what this is. Now, the other thing about eights is eights are advancement, and it's overcoming obstacles. So what this is saying is that when you face an obstacle, you are very good at overcoming them. Not that it's going to be easy peasy, because obstacles are obstacles for a reason. They're lessons for us to learn from, right? But this does say that that is one of your kind of superpowers, is that once you work through some of that energy, that you do advance, you progress, and you're committed to that progression. And then we have the Death card. So the Death card is the card about death and rebirth. This doesn't have to do with the death of a person, okay? This has to do with transformation. So what this is telling me is that you have the capability within you, that when you come to obstacles in your life, or things that come in that shake your foundation, or make you really look at things, that you're very good at realizing that you need to take a new path, or you need to take a new direction, and you're not afraid to do that. You're not afraid to integrate the energy of transforming yourself into your next best version of yourself, which is beautiful, Pisces. Okay, the next section is your blockages. So what you received was the Knight of Pentacles. And what's funny is Taurus got this as well. And I'm a Taurus, and this resonates with me. So this Knight is the slowest moving Knight in tarot. This Knight wants to protect his home. He could care less about what the king wants him to do, to go out and adventure, because he just wants to stay home and take care of his stuff, right? Which is a very Taurian thing, to be honest with you, because we're very homebodies. But in this situation, since you're a Pisces, is that this card is representing a block of moving forward. And we need to figure out what that is. Now, Pentacles have to do with our physical security, our wealth, our health, our careers, our possessions, and our home. So we're going to get clarity on that now to see what area is it that has the block. So what do our Pisces need to know about this Knight of Pentacles, please? Okay. Oh, Knight of Cups. Nine of Cups, that's beautiful. It is a block, so let's see what we're talking about here. Oh, and the Magician. Ha, okay. So the cups. This Nine of Cups is your wish card. So it feels as though there's something that you're wanting. There's some kind of a wish that you put out there in regards to your spirituality, on your spiritual path. It doesn't have to do with, oh gosh, I want a brand new home, or those kind of wishes. This is kind of more on a spiritual level. That there's been something that you've been wanting to be able to accomplish, something that you want to be able to integrate, something like that. Now, the thing is the cups represent our emotions. And if you see this guy, he's kind of like a chubby little guy sitting there. He's had a few good meals, and he knows that he's going to be having a few more, right? But as this is a block, it feels as though there is a block in this moving forward, because this is the slowest moving night. And this is saying this nines are about progression. So whatever this is, there is this stuck energy here. But when you pull down your gifts and you pull in your mastery and your expertise, which is what the Magician is about, that will clear all of that. Because if you look, all three cards are gold. And gold in the tarot is the highest energy in terms of in connection with spirituality, your spirituality. So whatever this block is, I feel as though this block, you're going to master this block, I feel, once you start working through what you need to work on, right? I feel as though once you figure out whatever this Seven of Cups is, which is connecting to your higher self, but making that commitment, I feel as though the blocks will be released. You will get your wish, and you will be the master of your destiny, your path, your spirit, your soul, your purpose. Yay. Man, that's beautiful, Pisces. Okay, the last one is your subconscious mastery that you are able to do without thinking, which is the Four of Pentacles. Now, typically this Four of Pentacles represents stability, financial stability, and I'm going to pull some additional cards to see exactly what that means. So I feel like that just kind of means that you're kind of, so the other thing that just popped into my head, thank you, I got the vision of a cat. And the vision of a cat was falling from a high place. And what does it do? Cats always land on their feet. And I feel like you, Pisces, are one of those types of individuals that no matter what's thrown at you, you always seem to land on your feet. And what a beautiful gift that is, right? Subconsciously, it's your subconscious mastery. Something you're able to do without even thinking about it. And so that would be specifically about this financial thing. Like maybe you find yourself in a financial crunch of some kind, but you're able to work your way through it. You're able to find your stability again. You're finding your balance, right? Okay, so your additional cards to clarify are Five of Swords, oh, and the Empress. Beautiful. Okay, so this five is saying that this is what you're good at. And the Five of Swords is a card about, typically it's a card about winning at all cost. I mean, if you look at the guy, he's gathering these swords because he's defeated these guys. And that may be a quality that you have, that no matter what, you're going to win, right? And I feel like it's more on a survival mode, though. Like when life throws you into a tailspin, you have the ability to come out on top. And that's really beautiful when you think about it. Because you embrace this Empress energy. right here. And the Empress is the divine feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And if you look at her, she is the epitome of abundance, prosperity, joy, happiness, love. She's very connected to nature. She is sovereign. You are a sovereign being. And this reading is telling you, own your sovereignty, right? Now, if you look at her, there is this little heart thing right here, but on there is the symbol of the planet Venus. And that is all about love, embracing love, come from a place of love. Find your way to connect with your higher self and integrate that energy and activate your heart chakra so that you can come from a place of love. Always work from that area if you can, because if you can activate that area within yourself, that automatically brings your resonance higher. And when you bring your vibration and your resonance higher, that ripples out into the ethers, and we all benefit. We all benefit as a collective when you come from that space. Wow. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull your final card to complete your reading for today. If you've made it this far and you're new to my channel, I really hope that you would subscribe. One of the things I do with my subscribers is I pull all my subscribers in. So when I'm going to do my Pisces readings, I pull in my Pisces subscribers and I ask for their higher selves to step in and to help me with these readings, to give you the messages that you need to move forward, to give you a boost, to give you love, to give you encouragement, right? So it is a blessing. Okay, here we go. Let's see what spirit wants Pisces to know now. Now, this is a new deck to me. I love this deck. I was attracted to this deck because of the back of the card. And I'm going to show it to you so you'll see why. So look how beautiful this card is. So for me, I've always loved the lotus flowers. And if you're into symbology, which is what tarot really is about, is all the symbology of life, the lotus flower is representative of awakening, awareness, and enlightenment. When I saw the back of this deck and I saw all the beautiful colors, it just resonated so well with me and I just loved it. So I thought, I got to get this deck. And now that I've had it for a little bit and I've been working with it more, I'm finding that it really resonates with my soul. So it was meant to be mine. Okay, so here is your final message to your reading. Oh, so the message says progress, slow but steady growth. You're taking steps. Be persistent. This is your long-term goals. Keep swimming in the flow. And then look what they gave you was, look at these beautiful turtles, which is so perfect for a water sign. Oh, I love it. Isn't this pretty? Pisces, thank you so very much for being here. I just want you to know that I'm so appreciative of your support and your love. And I absolutely love all of you. I send you love and blessings. I appreciate your energy here. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed to my channel that is helping me to grow and help me with my work. And until next time, I hope that you take very good care of yourself and do some self-care, okay? Cheers.